What's up, guys? This is Samuel from the Yes to Life show, and this week I'm here with a review of a book that has been very dear to me, a book I started reading a couple of weeks ago, and that actually is at the moment changing the way I see the many things that come up during my daily life. The book is none other than Marc Aurel Meditations. Tim Ferriss has talked about it a lot, many other people, and today I want to get into some of his wisdom around the topic of how can you deal with difficult people in your life. So I found a couple of quotes that he published in his book, and I want to discuss them a little bit with you and share my view on how this affects my life, your life, everybody else's life. So let's start. He has a very famous quote in which he says, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surely. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine. And so none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him. We were born to work together like feet, hands, and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions." So let's look at this. First of all, he begins by saying, every morning you wake up, make yourself clear that you're probably going to meet somebody throughout the day who's not going to be nice to you. And surprise, surprise, does it actually surprise us, right? Really thinking about it, it's something that we would never even challenge, because no matter what you do, if you go to school, if you go to university, if you go to work, whatever, there will always be people around you who don't like you, who don't treat you nice, who are mean, who make comments that are, ironic or sarcastic. They try to hurt you and what you do. There's people who are jealous at the way you look, maybe at the lifestyle you live. There are people who are very unthankful or unhappy of their own life, and they want everybody else around them to be the same. This is just how it is. And what he says is that they aren't as different than we are, right? I mean, we are all somehow the same. What we all share the same is pretty much that we're humans, that we share a soul, that we share a way of thinking about life, and they are in a way wrongdoers, but they cannot really see it, right? They have not really understood yet how their mind works, how the world works, or whatever. And what it kind of gives you is the power that you decide, well, I know that there's a lot of people around me who act mean to me, who will treat me badly, whatever, but I do not let them affect me, right? They are outside of me, they cannot hurt me, because I know how I want to behave around people, how I want people to behave towards me, and I don't let anybody change this perception of how we should interact with each other. No one can implicate me in ugliness. No one can really get me to behave ugly myself if I don't let them, right? Nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him, right? Because we're all related. How can you hate somebody who you're really related to? Because if you look at them, you see something that's inside of you. What you can have for them is compassion, right? So I don't know, let's say you're at work, there's a boss who's higher than you who's just an asshole. There's a lot of assholes in this world, that's just how it is, right? Don't get angry and then be like, what a dick, what a douche. Be more compassionate about it. Be like, I'm actually very sorry for him that he has to behave that way. He can't affect my emotions. I just observed that he's an asshole, that he behaves like an asshole, but that he's at the same time quite unhappy doing so, right? Because nobody in his true nature is happy being mean to others or being like an ass, pretty much. This is very shortly on that part. I have another quote which I like a lot, which says, "Don't waste the rest of your time here worrying about other people, unless it affects the common good. It will keep you from doing anything useful. You'll be too preoccupied with what so-and-so is doing and why, and what they're saying and what they're thinking and what they're up to, and all the other things that throw you off and keep you from focusing on your own mind. This again, it can come down with, don't let yourself get distracted by the people around you, right? People around you have their own agendas. Everybody has their own agenda. There's 7 billion people in this world. Why would you want to care about all 7 billion of them if you already have enough to do to worry about yourself, right? So the idea is, somebody is mean around you, you cannot do anything for it, right? He's not seeing how he should behave. Don't let it affect you. You decide if it affects you, and don't even think about it in a way that, why is he saying that? Why does he want me to do so and so? Focus on yourself instead. Really focus on, what do you think about? Is important for you? How do you see the world? Shift the focus from the mean people around you and what they do to, I don't let stuff affect me, and I really consider everything to benefit me in a way that benefits everybody, right? So the idea is to really be strong about your own beliefs and don't think so much about what other people are thinking or might think or whatever, because in the end, we never know, right? It's always an assumption. You never know what somebody is thinking, and nobody can ever tell what you're thinking. So only listen to yourself in that sense. Be aware of other people around you. Don't be a dick, right? But really focus on your own mind. There's another one where he said, choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been. It's very short, very powerful, because you allow people to harm you. Not they don't harm you on purpose or whatever. They might try to, but you're the person that allows them to, right? And as soon as you decide, I don't feel harmed, you aren't harmed. So nothing has ever happened. So be aware of people trying to harm you, and always appreciate for yourself that you can't get harmed. You won't allow it. You do not allow people to harm you. So other people hurt me, that's their problem. Their character and actions are not mine. What is done to me is ordained by nature. What I do by my own. So this goes back to the whole thing. If you have difficult people around you and they want to hurt you, it's not your issue, it's theirs. Because look at where it's coming from. People only hurt other people when they're unsatisfied themselves. It always comes down from their own inability to feel gratitude, to feel happy emotions. A happy person would never hurt somebody else. Never. It's just not possible, right? So when people hurt you, they're actually hurt themselves. And it's Marc says, that's their problem, it's not yours. So really become aware of situations when people try to hurt you, and then be more empathetic about it, because you see that's actually so sad that they try to hurt me, because deep down they hurt themselves, they are very hurt, they feel very sad, and I feel very honest compassion for them. What is done to me is ordained by nature. Whatever comes my way, nature has given to me to come. What I do by my own. So you decide yourself how you handle the situations that nature's putting your way, how you handle the people that are coming your way, how you handle challenges that are coming your way. Everything is up to you. And once you decide that you are in full power of letting people hurt you or not hurt you, of dealing with difficult people in situations, then you really become in charge. Because another thing that Marc Aurel always is saying is, if you look at the greater scheme of times, it doesn't matter anyway, right? Because at some point we're all going to die, and our problems won't matter to the people 200 years from now, because they again go through the same problems that we've been through, and it puts it all a little into perspective. So I don't know, let's say you're in a management meeting and there's one guy presenting something, and he's kind of giving you shit for not preparing something you should, for not showing the numbers that you should. But first of all, he is often obviously angry, right? Don't let it affect you. Second of all, you decide how you deal with it, what's your reaction to it, and third of all, in the grand scheme of things, it won't matter anyways. Which doesn't mean that you just lay down and don't do anything, right? But don't let yourself emotionally be charged by all these things, because they will happen, as Marc Aurel says. And as we all know, bad stuff can happen every day. It can happen any second to us. People can always be mean to us. Just be aware of it, expect it to happen, and then don't be surprised when it happens and be like, oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen, right? Because it can happen every day. And I won't be distracted by it. It doesn't really affect me. I decide what affects me. Yeah, so these are some of the quotes I looked up for the topic how to handle difficult people. I will find similar topics. There's a lot of different aspects that are always covered by this book, and I think it makes sense to highlight them one by one. I hope that something here finds you, that you find it useful, and I think I will see you next time with the next topic which I don't know yet, but you will see when it comes out. So happy to hear your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Just share it below or join our Telegram group. Curious to hear from you, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye, until next time.